All right, everybody, welcome to the show. I am so happy to be here with you. Man, we have a jam-packed news day. I can't believe how much news there actually is to go over today. I'm really excited to have John and Chad here. They are from DenX AI. And actually, this is a project that I brought up to Cryptonaires members when it launched last Friday. And people have already made some money. And so I'm really excited to have these guys on here to tell us, what they're building, what we can look forward to. I know some of you actually already own some nodes and want to participate in this. So I'm really excited to have these guys with us. So we're going to do maybe like 15, 20 minutes of questions, and then I'm going to get into all of this news. So John, Chad, welcome, guys. I'm so happy to have you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for giving me some of your time. You want to start, John, maybe a little bit about who you are, a little bit about your background, and kind of how you got to this point?
Yeah, sure. And thank you for having us. This is really exciting to be on here.
Of course.
So I'm John. I've been a software engineer for most of my life, my adult life anyway, for more than 25 years now. And my last real job in the world outside of crypto was with Carvana. They're a Fortune 500 company based here in the United States. I was a staff engineer, which is kind of like an architect over there. I ended up leaving that position back in 2022 when it was kind of towards the end of the last bull market, and started up an NFT marketplace and several other DeFi projects and platforms. And I've been in crypto full-time ever since. And for the longest time, I've wanted to put together a project that incorporates all of my favorite aspects of DeFi. And that's going to be things like the reflection token, the idea of nodes, a DEX, bridges, and all of these things. And so what we've done with DenX AI is create sort of an all-in-one platform. And with this platform, we have a perpetual futures DEX that allows you to trade up to 50x leverage. We have a bridge. We have a DEX aggregator for the swap part of this. There is a portal for staking that allows you to stake directly into the sort of the godfather of DeFi, like Aave and things like that. And along with this, we have a token, which is a reflection token and nodes. And so we have this full DeFi suite. We have a hybrid node reflection token project, and everything that we're doing services-wise is being shared with the node holders. So with the nodes, you have the ability to collect the DenX token. And then also there is what we're calling the dynamic rewards, which is where the fee splitting goes into. So on a regular basis, we're going to be taking the fees that have accrued for the perpetuals DEX, for the bridge and everything else, and we're going to be adding that into the rewards for the dynamic side of the nodes. So that's really exciting, and we've got a lot more planned for this, and I think we're going to get to that, and we're going to be sharing a little bit of alpha here in a little bit.
I love that, man. Thank you for that. That's a lot of great info. Chad, you want to go ahead and jump in here, man? Like a little bit about you, really quickly.
Yeah, for sure.
Hold on one second, Chad. Everybody who's in the audience, if you're on YouTube, please hit like. I'd really appreciate it. If you're on Twitter, if you can share the space, that would be really incredible, and I owe you for that. So thank you so much, Chad. Sorry to interrupt you, man. Let's circle back to you, bring you in. Tell us a little bit about how you got involved in this, man, and like why are you here right now working on this? Why are you passionate about this?
So I've known John actually for years. I've helped him just modding on some projects, doing a lot of community outreach. A lot of people will know me from different spaces, especially back from the NFT era. Yeah. And John kind of had kicked this idea off to me, and I was super excited about it because, for one, I'm a trader. Like, I do a lot of TA, I do a lot of spot trading, like I do a lot of futures trading, and I really like the idea of the perpetuals. And then when he got into the nodes and being able to share in fees, I was all about it. Bull market or bear market, everybody is going to be trading regardless. Everybody is going to be swapping and bridging. and some of the other stuff we have coming. Like the focus on this project is, at the end of the day, you know, Ethereum could be 4K or it could be $800, but it doesn't matter. People are still going to play the game. So you want to be the person that they're playing the game through. And that's why I'm super excited about this, because, you know, when we hit a bear market, I still want to, you know, have a business that's running and making fees. At Binance, Coinbase, all these platforms continue to offer services throughout, and they're always making money. So this platform is really unique, where it doesn't matter if we're in a bull or a bear, you're going to be able to make money through the fees. I've honestly been bridging using the bridge, and I really like it. It's an easy bridge to use from Solana to ETH or Binance, with coming from Base. Like, there's just a lot on there. And so all the stuff that he's kind of pitched to me, that's kind of what I came aboard for. I'm the guy you'll probably see in the Telegram all the time, or on X. I'm behind the account on there. So, you know, I'll be always around to answer questions. 4 in the morning, sometimes I'm up just in the chat with everybody to make sure that if they've got questions or there's new people coming in from other markets, you know, I'm always around. So
let me ask you guys this, right? Because, you know, we all lived through the 2021 cycle, and that's, you know, the 2021 cycle was probably the most incredible time of my life, where you could just throw money at something and, you know, you could make $100,000 or, you know, $500,000 a month. There was literally months where, you know, we were making $200,000-300,000. And most of these projects, right, weren't able to make it past it because they had this kind of Ponzi economics, right? I mean, let's address the elephant in the room. So do you think with all of the extra features that you've been able to add to this, that it will be able to kind of make it past that and succeed, right? Because that is the most important thing for people that are going to be jumping into this, is success, right? And so talk to us about your mindset there, and you know, why people should trust that you guys have this one figured out now.
I could go on a little bit on that side. If memory serves me correctly, a lot of these other projects back in the day, like you were saying, they were just straight Ponzi-nomics.
Yep.
There was no real utility added to them or anything like that. I know that a couple of them made the attempt to add some utility later on, but it wasn't there at the beginning.
Yeah.
And a lot of it was really kind of like vaporware, where there was a lot of big promises and very little delivered.
Yeah.
And, you know, you know, I've been doxed in this space pretty much from the beginning, and you know, my word and my ability to deliver has been what has kept me around.
Yeah.
And so, you know, when I set out to do this project, I love the idea of the nodes, and I love the idea of having that hybrid system where maybe it starts with some Ponzi-nomics and then it builds up with the utility later on, and as you gain users, then you have something that can be truly self-sustaining. I wanted to get the leapfrog on it and put this out with the utility already in place, rather than empty promises like, oh, hey, it's going to be there eventually, or this is what we're working on. So with that said, you know, part of our outreach, like a big part of our outreach, is working with traders, and we have plans to create an entire community of traders. We are working on putting together our first trading competition, and other incentives to bring people in to use our perpetuals DEX. You know, in addition to just being like, hey, if you are a node holder, then you're essentially paying yourself to trade on the DEX itself. So, you know, we have a lot in the works on that, and you know, it's getting to the point where Chad and I and some of the other partners in the project are constantly talking and are constantly coming into new groups on Telegram and Discord, where we are onboarding KOLs and working on the plans to get the trading aspect really built out. Because we know that, you know, if we can hit that $1 million plus volume on the perpetual futures side, like on a daily basis, which isn't really that hard, then that's going to be bringing in thousands of dollars every day that we'll be able to share with the node holders on the dynamic rewards. And because you're dealing with 50x leverage, that's not even very much volume. Like that will probably be blowing past that very quickly.
Wow.
And the other thing is that, and I'm sure that you remember this, is the typical chart, the way that it would look for a node project was an initial run up and then just a slow kind of slope down here.
Yeah.
And that's because there was no real utility or value to the token.
Yeah.
And so that is, I think, where the dynamic reward side of this really comes into play, because while we have two reward systems, we have the static rewards, which is paying out the DenX token, and then we have the dynamic rewards. Now, the static rewards is like node A gives you 0.65 tokens a day, and the top tier gives you 7.5 tokens per day every single day. Now, the dynamic side is kind of the arms race. So you have a share of the pool that is proportional to the number of nodes that you have and the tier of the nodes that you have. And so it makes a lot of sense for you to continue adding to that instead of selling the DenX tokens. Now, I'm not saying don't take profit. We want people to make as much money as possible with this. However, once we start getting like some real fees coming in from the perpetual futures, from the bridge and everything else, along with the other services that I am working on, you're going to want the biggest share possible that you can get of the dynamic rewards pool. And you do that by just compounding, taking the DenX tokens that you're getting from the static rewards and creating more. And by all means, also take some profit too. We want that.
Can I touch on that for a second, John?
Yeah, please, Chad.
What I don't think, what's different about this than previous nodes projects is that the dynamic rewards, what he was talking about with the power, is it has a built-in dilution system. So as more nodes are getting put out there, the problem with a lot of the other node projects from last cycle is nodes were just going up and up and up and up, and the number just kept getting higher and higher. And all those rewards were getting paid out. And all of a sudden you found yourself in this situation where people were basically just making $30,000 a day out of these things. But with the dynamic side of this, the more nodes that are out there, then you'll see, like you have right on the D app, your power. It's got the total power and then it's got your power. So you can see the percentage you're currently holding and decide, like, am I happy with, I don't know, 6% of the rewards, or do I want to try and keep myself at 10% of the pool or whatever? So it's a really different situation than before, where the power, like, it's good to get in early, get the nodes at the discounted prices like they are now. Like I think a top tier node is like $60 or something like that. But we all know in the node projects, we're going to start seeing these $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 costs on these things. And then, you won't, at that point, to try to maintain the power level that you're looking for is going to be a little harder. So that's why John's saying it's an arms race.
Really quickly, total transparency. I own about 208 nodes. The reason I own 208 nodes is because when these guys came to me on Friday and they shared the project, I shared it with my team, and it brought back a lot of really good memories and feelings. And I know you guys have a ton of experience in the space, and you are looking to build something that actually will stand the test of time in DeFi. And I think adding all of these extra features that you already have is very powerful. And I know you have some ideas for the future, and we'll touch on that in just a second. But I wanted to ask you really quickly, why the tokenomics? Can you go through the thought process on why you decided on, is it 2 million tokens? Like, talk to us a little bit about the reason behind that, and how, is that going to hurt the project in the long run? Is that going to help the project in the long run? I'd love to better understand your thought process.
Yeah, so I think whether it was 1 million, 2 million, 10 million, 100 million tokens, I think that the total number is a little bit arbitrary. But it does, of course, affect the price of the token. And I think there's two different schools of thought within crypto. One is that you have a gigantic supply, and the tokens are tiny fractions of a penny.
Yeah.
And then you have the other school of thought where you have a smaller supply, and then you see tokens that are maybe start at like a penny or a few cents, and then over time they can reach $1 or $2, and the really big projects they get up to tens, 20s, maybe even $100 a token. I've done both, and it was more of a personal preference. I kind of like the smaller supply and the higher token value.
Me too.
Than the quadrillion tokens or something like that. I always found that kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
So yeah, the supply is it's both arbitrary and personal preference.
Sure.
As far as the granular aspects of the tokenomics, what we've done is we started with 10% of the supply in liquidity. 70% is allocated to the static rewards, and that will be replenished over time as nodes come back in, or as nodes are created and tokens are coming back in. The rest of the supply is split between marketing and team. And then as far as the way that the fees work, the fees are all structured in a way that 50% goes to the treasury, 30% goes to the dynamic rewards, and 20% gets added back as liquidity. And we've already seen the liquidity starting to get a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
And I think that over time, by having that 20% going to liquidity, it's really going to help the health of the project and the health of the pool overall.
Listen, I wanted to say, guys, there's 857 of you watching. If you're on YouTube, if you could like the space, and if you're on Twitter, please share it out. We could get to 1,000 people here just in a few minutes with your help. I really appreciate it. Let me ask you this. Since we are on limited time here, what is the most important, next steps for you guys, right? Tell us, what alpha can and can't you share? And, just hit us with, the 1-2 punch. Why should people, why is now a good time to be a part of the DenX ecosystem?
I think that timing couldn't be better for you guys right now.
True.
Really tomorrow and throughout the rest of this week, we're starting a big marketing push. We've been talking to a large handful, not a small handful, but like maybe a dozen or so KOLs that we've been onboarding, and they're all waiting for us to reach a certain threshold with volume. And just today, we onboarded an angel investor who's going to help us out with getting those volume numbers. And so the KOLs are going to start really working with us in earnest, I would say tomorrow and throughout the rest of the week. So we're going to see this chart go from under 500K. I think it's primed to go a lot higher than this very soon. And as far as the other things that we're working on, we already touched on the efforts that we're making to bring in traders and build the community of traders. A big service that I'm currently working on the design for, and I think it's going to be released within about a month, is a token launchpad that is similar to pump.fun. And of course, the big difference is going to be that the fees that we're bringing in for the token creation are going to be shared with the nodes. It's all going to be following that same fee structure that I talked about earlier. And there's a lot of other differentiators that I have ready to bring into that token launchpad that I think is going to make us stand out from all the rest out there. And of course, I mean, if you ever have the desire to launch a project, and you're already in DenX, then you're essentially paying yourself to get a project launched on the platform. So it's all going to be, again, it's the idea is to just create this one-stop DeFi portal for everybody and make it so that you really don't have to leave. You can just keep using all the different services.
I love that. I did want to bring this back up because I wanted to show you guys something important here, because, you know, catching a project early is the most important thing that you can do in cryptocurrency, right? Like there's two ways I see this, right? If you like what you're hearing and you want to be a part of this ecosystem, there's a few things that you can do. One is you can buy the token and hold it, right? If there's going to be marketing push, influencers coming in, liquidity coming in, that means that the project is primed for a big move over the next few weeks or a few months. So I am positioned really nicely, and I wanted to get this in front of you guys because I know Cryptonaires members are bullish on it. I know my team's bullish on it, and I really do think that this will have or does have something special. And so I included the links to the deck screener, the website, and the Twitter. I just want to show you guys this so you're all familiar with it. Here is the Twitter. They're still growing it. They're still following. This is still very, very early. What is the DEX called? Hey, Sabrina, the DEX is called, here, let me show you here, love. It is DenX AI. I'm going to go ahead and share with you guys the exact web address so you guys can pull it up at home. And if you want to participate and join, please do. I mean, I am a pretty big holder in this. I want to be fully transparent. I know how these type of projects work. If you get in early, there's a good chance you can not only make your money back, but if it works out like the team wants it to work out, this could be something that could be greatly impactful for my portfolio. So I want to share that all with you guys, always being transparent with you. John, Chad, is there anything else that you guys wanted to say to the audience before we ended here today?
I would just like to say thanks for the opportunity to be here and talk about it.
Of course.
And as I mentioned, I'm a super passionate trader. So anybody who's watching, if you're passionate about trading, even if you're not willing to invest just yet and you want to try things out, like hop in the Telegram. Like I said, I am around the clock in there. I'm willing to talk trading. I'm willing to walk you through the platform and all that kind of stuff. And we're also looking for trading personalities, like people who would like to use the platform and build a relationship. If you're on YouTube and you're using our platform, there's things that we can do to bring you on and have some compensation there. Like we want to have a full-on team out there spreading DenX across YouTube, across X, and we're definitely looking for people who are passionate about trading, DeFi, and want to be part of this, building it from the ground up.
Love that. John, you want to have the final word?
Well, Chad said it well, and I'm really just going to echo everything that he said. And thank you all for the time, and I hope to see you guys in the Telegram. And just hit us up.
All right, man. It's a real honor, guys. Once again, I will share the links in the chat with you so you have them fresh. Please, do your research, read the white paper, jump in, start with talking with the team, get all of the information that you need so you can make a good decision. And if you want to be a part of this ride and join in, the team would love to have you. And of course, I would love to see you as a part of this as well. So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate your time. I know you guys are very busy, and hey, I wish you all the success. I really wish you guys all the success. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right, guys. Take care.
Bye.
All right. There you have it. Man, I'm really excited about that one. Guys, I hope you can jump in and participate. It's DeFi, so there's a lot of really cool things that happen. What I find really interesting is the tokenomics. There's only 2 million tokens, and so at a $10 million market cap for this project, it's at a $5 per token. And so the current node power that I have, that would be something like close to 5 digits a day in rewards right now. Obviously, that'll change in the future, but that's what I'm looking at. I've already made enough money to pull out my initial investment. The reason I haven't done that is because whenever a new project launches, there's always very low liquidity. And since I own so much of the token, it would be irresponsible of me to kind of crash the price. So I'm just kind of holding and waiting. I think I really like this one. So if you want to participate, please check out those links and let's get into the news. How's everybody doing? It's so good to see you. What's up, Daryl? Ariana's here keeping the chat safe. What's up, Butter? Nice to see you. Sabrina's in the house. Great to see you, Sabrina. Morris, Curtis. Hey, Curtis. Nice to see you, man. Silver Dragon. What's up, dude? All right, let's get into the news, guys. Thank you so much for being patient. I really do appreciate you. Let's go ahead and jump in here. Let me see here. Screen share. This is what I want to do. And let's go ahead and do it. I did want to share this with you. This is a project that we had brought up, a few chats ago. This was shared in the Cryptonaires Discord. This is now at $80 million. You know what? Let me see Kita. Let me see here. Let's pull this up here. I want to see when this was, put out in our community, because I know this is kind of like a, juicy little few 100% gain. 325. 318. So my team found this. I reposted it just to let the community know. We know that it is 318. Let's go back to the chart and see where we were at 318. Whoa, this is way back here, dude. Hold on, let me pull this up. All right, 318. We are like right in here, like right in here. Okay, so this is 120%. I think it was posted before this, though. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. 318. Oh, 317. Oh, it was posted on 317. I apologize. I reposted it on the wrong. I reposted it. So this was posted here. Let's remove this. Let me see what exact time this is posted. 317. Okay, 6. Let me go ahead and pull this up here. 317. Right. It's actually posted right here, dude. So this was a 337% gain from the original post. So that's not a bad return. This is, 2 weeks and a 300% gain. Love to see that. I also posted DenX at 147,000 market cap. So just to kind of show you this here, man, I don't know where this exactly was, but this was 147,000. This went up to, I believe, about 700,000. This was a 300 to 400% gain in just a day, which is pretty nice for Cryptonaires members. All right, let's keep it going here, guys. If you want to be a part of the Cryptonaires community, there should be a link down in the description. We'd love to have you in the community, but let's go ahead and get into the news. All right, Eleanor Terrett, the great Eleanor Terrett, she says, the amendment in the nature of a substitute, ANS, for the Stable Act was added to the Financial Committee's website this morning. Just so you understand what's going on here, guys, you have the Genius Act coming out of the Senate. You have the Stable Act coming out of the House. There's 2 bills for stablecoins. They need to figure it out which bill is actually going to move forward, be voted on, and then get to the president's desk. But these guys, these people in Congress are working pretty hard to get this done. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Bitcoin news, guys. You have Eric Trump and Donald Trump Jr. investing in Bitcoin mining. And so, of course, they are out here talking up Bitcoin. And, the U.S. is going to be spending God knows how much money on Bitcoin, which is pretty sad. You would think that they would try to support American cryptos. It doesn't appear to be that. It appears to be that the U.S. is more interested in supporting Bitcoin than American companies, which is kind of sad, right? Because I thought this whole thing was about supporting American, blockchains and American companies, American infrastructure, not Satoshi Nakamoto. So let me play this. You can take a look at, what he's saying.
Lawfare. And that's what opened my eyes. I mean, I'm a hard asset guy. My entire life has been building real, hotels, golf courses, real estate buildings, right? Commercial buildings, etc. That's what I've done. If there's anybody's eyes who shouldn't have been open to the world of cryptocurrency, it was mine, other than I realized the power that these banks had, and I realized how they were exerting that power, and they were canceling businesses all over our country. It was political. It was forced. They were targeting people that they didn't like. It wasn't fair. And then you realize that there's not a single thing that those banks do that can't be done better, cheaper, more efficiently, faster on blockchain. I mean, why is it that the modern financial system runs 9 to 5 Monday through Friday? Why is it, Maria, that if you want to go get a loan and you've been banking with a certain bank for 30 years, it would probably take you 100 days to go do it, and you'd be filling out antiquated paper forms? It doesn't make sense, right? And again, that's why I fell in love with crypto. And I truly believe that Bitcoin is one of the greatest stores of value immediately liquid, an unbelievable hedge against real estate, and something we're really excited about.
Well, he's at least right about that, right? Bitcoin is a store of value. That is where the use case ends with Bitcoin. There's not a whole lot you can do. I know Bitcoin maxis will say, "Oh, you could do this, you could do that." You know, they're just fluffing you up. If the U.S. were to buy 1 million Bitcoin at today's price, they would be spending $68 billion on Bitcoin. Does anybody in the chat think this is a good idea? I mean, you already have 200,000 Bitcoin. Why wouldn't you spend this $68 million supporting American companies? I don't understand. Well, I guess I do understand. I have some personal opinions on this, but I'd rather not share them because it's going to piss off a few of you. So let's just continue with this. All right. You have this. Senator Loomis hints the USA might start buying 1 million Bitcoin, right? This is a $70 billion promise. And in my opinion, a waste of money.
The idea of a Bitcoin reserve. What I'm trying to figure out right now is whether it needs to be done legislatively or whether the Treasury Secretary has the authority to do it right now.
Holy shit. You know what she just basically said? Print money out of thin air to buy Bitcoin. That is what she just said. Oh my God. I didn't play this clip and hear that part until just now. I cannot believe that. We just railed for years about overspending, printing money out of thin air. And the suggestion is to print money out of thin air to buy Bitcoin. Oh my God. Oh man. Good old politicians. Tell you what you want to hear. And then they go do the complete opposite of what they tell you that they're going to do. Here you go. Bitcoin's hash rate is going parabolic. This is a sign that Bitcoin is about to explode. Remember, it goes Bitcoin, Ethereum, then other altcoins, and then meme coins. And at that point, if you are still in the market, you are going to get spanked. Be very, very careful. I know there's a lot of people out here saying that we are breaking the 4-year cycle. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. We are not at a point yet to break the 4-year cycle. You need regulation in the United States. That is coming, but it is not here. And I don't think it will be here by the end of this year unless some crazy stuff happens, right? They don't even have a bill. You know, they don't have something that they're all agreeing on and pushing it through Congress quite yet. They have markups of a few different bills, but nothing is concrete on the digital asset side just yet.
We also know it's not just America that's thinking this way. The Bitcoin hash rate right now is going parabolic. Price eventually follows hash. This chart just shows how many people globally are mining Bitcoin to push the hash rate this high. And for perspective, when Bitcoin hit 69,000 back in 2021, all-time high at the time, the hash rate was huge. It was hitting an
shit. Look at the hash rate now.
All-time high back then too. Now the price of Bitcoin is around $80,000 and the hash rate is exploding, meaning fundamentals, the strength of the underlying network clearly improving, yet price is undervalued.
All right. There's also this. You have Senator Tuberville introducing Financial Freedoms Act. This will allow Americans to invest their retirement fund or retirement into cryptocurrency. Check us out.
The Biden administration just hammered the American people with regulations. And tomorrow I'm dropping a bill called the Financial Freedoms Act. And it allows families and individuals to invest their retirement funds into crypto. Now, President Trump has become the crypto president. And we want to help him with this. This will be something good for everybody. Diversify. It's a free country. Do what you want with your money. But the Biden administration, they didn't want anything to do with crypto.
All right, there you go. You also have Tom Lee. Bitcoin is still headed to 150K. I don't need to play the 2-minute clip. You kind of get what he's going to say here. But there's a lot of experts that believe 150K, 200K. I really think 150K is reasonable. But crazy shit can happen. The thing that we really kind of need is lower interest rates because money is still very expensive. A lot of retail investors are priced out right now. A lot of retail investors lost a lot of money with through meme coins, and this is kind of we haven't really seen this type of market. I mean, we did have meme coins in 2021, but it wasn't like this level where we have millions of them, and like 99% of them are scams. So there's a lot of liquidity that got sucked up and lost to scammers. So let's keep it going here. GameStop announced 1.48 billion in proceeds to be used to buy Bitcoin. The biggest gap between Bitcoin market cap and the altcoin market cap in history. Here is Bitcoin, and here is, this is what I've been trying to tell you. A lot of money has been lost, and that money, could have gone into altcoins. There's a lot of people that, don't care for Bitcoin. I get, Bitcoin is on the talk of everybody's lips, but I'm going to show you in a second that the real focus should be on the assets that are going to handle the new financial system, not a store of value. Bitcoin, this person is saying Bitcoin is nothing than a hollow Ponzi scheme. The network sees almost no transaction activity, with countless blocks being mined empty. No real commerce, no real utility, no real demand, just endless hype and speculation. This is what I've been telling you, folks. It is kind of sad. And what they're trying to do, honestly, is a select few people, multimillionaires or billionaires now own Bitcoin, and they are putting millions of dollars into Congress people and senators to push Bitcoin to the general public, because what do they want to do? They want to spike Bitcoin's price, and then they're going to dump on your head. And then I guess there was some, something going on with Binance. I don't know if this is real or if this is an April Fool's joke. Maybe somebody in the chat can let me know if some prices on Binance are tanking. I don't have access to Binance, so I can't personally check this. This person is saying that the next altcoin rally starts in April. And then this person is saying Bitcoin to 350,000. They're showing basically we are here. This is, let me see, buy, sell. And so this is kind of where we are. We're a little bit out of the buy area and heading towards the green and the sell area. Remember, crypto is about taking profits. Talk with a financial advisor. Make sure you know what you're doing. If your plan is to just buy and hold indefinitely, great. If your plan is to make money, you need to have a plan. Talk with that financial advisor. Here is Cardano's CEO. Cardano ADA next big scalability upgrade is coming. Minute 20. Let me go ahead and play this.
Founder of Cardano, Charles Hoskinson, speaking about their next major scalability upgrade. Leos will bring Solana-style speed with full decentralization. This is their next major scalability upgrade.
They have $1.5 billion on chain to basically make strategic investments for as long as necessary. And we have all the technology coming online to support it, like Midgard, our layer 2 optimistic rollup system. And then we have Leos, which is going to give us kind of Solana style speed, but full decentralization and no stalls. And then we have all the zero knowledge technology that's coming in too. We're kind of state of the art on the zero knowledge side.
And what is Leos? Leos is part of Cardano's multi-pronged scaling strategy designed to increase the base layer's throughput through parallelization of validation and execution processes, efficient handling of transaction inputs, and a more flexible mempool design. In a direct quote from Charles Hoskinson, he says, "It's not just about throughput. It's about throughput under constraint. You can have all the TPS, transactions per second, in the world, but if it only works when a few people are running everything on Amazon Web Services, that's not decentralization. We wanted to do it right."
All right, let's keep it going here. No, that's blank. We talked about that. All right, here we go. Here's some XRP news, guys. We're going to get into some XRP news, and then we need to look at the economy because shit is getting scary. You'll know it when I tell you about it in just a second here. Grayscale files for a digital large cap fund ETF with the SEC. XRP is included. So what you guys need to understand here is you are going to get all kinds of different funds that are created that include multiple assets. I would imagine these are, they're going to have like American baskets of crypto. They're going to have, top 5 or top 10 or top 50 or top 100. These funds will be created more and more and more. And as these funds are created, this will bring in more liquidity into the market. And that's what we really deeply need right now. Mr. Huber put this out. I thought this was interesting. This is today's date, April 1st. I don't know if this is an April Fool's joke or what the hell he's doing, but it says breaking XRP comes to be the first natively ISO 20022 compliant digital asset. This is true. I didn't know that it scored 98.7 on the humanities final ISO 20022 compliance test. That's that was interesting. Oh, this snuck in here. Check this out. I think this is a fucking terrible idea. Excuse my language. I do apologize, but this is really going to wreck people. This is a pump fund is introducing, basically you can take out loans on pump fund to buy meme coins. If there was ever a sign that this market is heading in the wrong direction, this is it. This is going to wreck people. Right? You already have inexperienced people trading meme coins, and now you're going to give the people that lost everything loans to lose even more. This is really bad. This is so bad. Just be careful out there, guys. I really care about you. All right, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse is dropping some heat. New clip. Let me play it.
4 years ago, we entered a battle we didn't choose, but we fought and we won against the SEC. This is a victory for justice.
I am launching reward program 100. Oh, this is a scam here. We can't play this. I do apologize. I didn't realize this was in the bottom of the video. Let me go ahead and close this out. Man, that's crazy. Sorry about that, guys. Let me go ahead and sorry. Breaking U.S. government to reveal crypto holdings on Saturday. It's so hard to figure out news today. Everybody, I don't know if it's real or what's not. People are crazy. Anyways, let me just keep going. This is not good. All right, this is what I want to talk to you about. Okay, so Larry Fink sent out a letter about tokenization, and I just made a video about this. I really want you to go watch the video. I'm going to give you a little bit of context here, but I really break it down in this video. Let me go ahead and see if it's up yet on my channel. Videos. It is up. Man, BlackRock CEO revealed the truth. XRP is the only answer. Fucking Cass, man. Hold on one second. Hold on. Ay. All right. Let's keep it going. This video right here. Watch this video. It has all of the context about BlackRock. But let me go ahead and get into this really quickly. Here we go. So let me read this to you. Tokenization is democratization. The world's money moves through plumbing built when trading floors still shouted orders. Fax machines felt revolutionary. Take the Society for World Interbank Financial Telecommunication, SWIFT. It's the system that underpins trillions of dollars in global transactions every day. And it works much like a relay race. Banks hand off instructions one by one, meticulously checking details at each step. That relay approach made sense in the 1970s, an analog era when markets were much smaller and daily transactions were much fewer. But today, relying on SWIFT feels like routing emails through the postal office. Tokenization changes all of that. If SWIFT is the postal service, tokenization is email itself. Assets move directly and instantaneously, sidestepping intermediaries. What exactly is tokenization? It's turning real-world assets, stocks, bonds, real estates into digital tokens tradable online. Each token certifies your ownership of a specific asset, much like a digital deed. Unlike traditional paper certificates, these tokens live securely on a blockchain, enabling instant buying, selling, and transferring without cumbersome paperwork or waiting periods. Every stock, bond, and every fund, every asset can be tokenized. If they are, it will revolutionize investing. Markets wouldn't need to close. Transactions that currently take days could clear in seconds, and billions of dollars currently immobilized by settlement delays could be reinvested immediately back into the economy. That is a juicy clip. Hold on, view. Okay. Here is basically who is going to be involved in all this. Check this out. This is kind of cool. You have Ethereum, Solana, Sui, Layer 0, Aptos, and of course, you know it. All right, and on the right side we have Mastercard, Ripple Partner, BlackRock, Franklin Templeton, PayPal, WisdomTree, Wellington Management. Look at this. This is a juicy screenshot. You know, as the world evolves and more value finds its way onto blockchain, these are really going to be the biggest players in that type of space. So really pay attention to this, guys. Right now, you got in at such a good time. I know a lot of people are like, man, I wish I could have bought XRP at 50 cents. Man, wish I could have bought SUI at 50 cents. Listen, there's still time. There's a lot of growth left. The ETFs haven't even hit yet. If you watch my market cap multiplier video on XRP, you know that $8 or $10 billion in real cash could make a tremendous impact on the price per XRP. You also have Raoul Pal talking about front running institutions that that right now retail, never in history has retail ever been able to front run institutions. We're going to go from a $2 trillion market cap to a $100 trillion market cap for crypto over the next 5 to 10 years. Here is Raoul Pal.
An ability to create enormous wealth on a distributed basis to all sorts of people who are not included. My personal view is this industry goes from a $2.5 trillion industry today and probably hits about 100 trillion by about 2032 or so. That's just extrapolating the normal adoption curve, not doing anything crazy. That growth from 2.5 trillion to 100 trillion would be the fastest, largest accumulation of wealth in all human history. But for once, it's in the hands of the many. This was a retail revolution. The retail front ran the institutions. So people have this once in a lifetime chance to be able to invest in this infrastructure layer of the internet and have an ownership of it. And that is incredibly egalitarian and democratic in ways that the financial system has not been.
Yes. As you so elegantly put it, right? This is the only asset class where the retail has front run the institution. All the asset class is the institution that adopt it and then try to sell it to the retail, right? So this is a fascinating industry to watch. And I've seen crypto, I've traveled the world quite extensively. I've seen crypto changes the life of so many people and so many people to come. And that is part of the excitement for me as well.
All right, you have the CEO of Binance currently. Remember, he's just filling in for CZ while CZ takes a nice vacation for a few years. I think CZ couldn't be the CEO of Binance for like 3 years because of some of those crimes that were committed. All good though. I think did Trump pardon CZ's crimes? I can't remember. Anyways, you know what? I don't want to play this. No. I did think this was interesting. We did talk about White Rock. I don't know if it was last chat or the chat before. This thing exploded. It's at 500 million market cap. I think when I went over this was at like 70 million. So it does pay to show up to these chats. There's a lot of really good information that comes out of them. If you're interested in taking a look at this, I'll share the link if you want to read the White Rock article. I don't really want to get into it too much here. What are you guys talking about in the chat here? Let me see. Just buying XRP. Curtis, which clip is a scam? Are you talking about the one I played earlier and I just stopped right away? It's really hard, man. There's a lot of stuff on Twitter right now that's like April Fool's stuff. So it's like impossible to verify. So just bear with me, man. Like, I don't purposely bring in garbage to show you. All right. So let's just keep going, man. It does look like Ripple makes a record-breaking RLUSD 50 million minted stablecoin in one day. This is actually a huge step forward for Ripple stablecoins. I just made a video about why banks are going to work with Ripple over doing it themselves for stablecoins, and that video will come out when I'm having I think it'll come out Friday. Having surgery on Thursday, and so I'm having to pre-make a bunch of really good content. Actually, I think you're going to love it. But remember, if you really want to support the channel, that is going to be a really crucial time to help support when I'm going through all that stuff. I really appreciate all your comments and your kind words that you've sent and your emails. A lot of people are starting to email me some really cool stuff. So I really appreciate the emails and all the love you guys are sending. So, all right. The reason stablecoins are so big, like we knew stablecoins are going to be big, but I never would have guessed the treasure of the United States would be like the number one person out here telling us that stablecoins are the future, right? Let me play this.
And we are going to put a lot of thought into the stablecoin regime. And as President Trump has directed, we are going to keep the U.S. the dominant reserve currency in the world, and we will use stablecoins to do that.
Remember, the bond market is a national security thing. Like it is a national security issue. If in fact the bond market collapsed, the U.S. financial system could collapse, and so they're going to do everything that they can to make sure that that doesn't happen. And so stablecoins are going to play a key, crucial role in making sure that the bond market stays good. All right, let's go ahead and discuss what is happening with the economy. Some of this information will be hard to hear, but let's get through it and we can have a good conversation about maybe what's to come. I really want to get some of your feedback on what you guys think is going to happen here, but get ready for this, okay? Mexico President Sheinbaum says that the government will announce how it plans to respond to U.S. tariffs on April 3rd. You do have Elon Musk said he's leaving Doge by the end of this month after slashing agencies, firing tens of thousands of government employees. So we'll see how that goes. We also have this year, Mexico's president says their response to U.S. tariffs will be announced on the 3rd. And it's official reciprocal tariff week. President Trump has called Wednesday Liberation Day with 20% plus tariffs coming on 25 countries. The U.S. tariffs will impact $1.5 trillion worth of imports by the end of April. Here is a thread on that. Let's go ahead and better understand this because, this is going 50% of the people, actually it's like 52% of the people that watch my channel are in the United States. So this is going to impact you directly. So also this could impact whatever country that you're living in. Maybe if we're having a tariff war between our country and your country, this could be bad. And let me just say that, I don't know what the plan is here, to be really honest with you. A lot of people are telling me that there's a master plan here, but I have yet to see it. When I do, I will let you know. But here we go. President Trump has been discussing this Wednesday, April 2nd for weeks. This day that he named Liberation Day, where widespread new tariffs are coming. We believe April 2nd will be the biggest escalation of the trade war to date. Markets are in for a wild week. Let me play this.
Even nicer than that. We've been very nice to a lot of countries for a long time, but I call it Liberation Day. April 2nd is Liberation Day. But today, as you know, we did something with respect to Venezuela. You heard about that. And that will be quite important. We'll be announcing some additional tariffs over the next few days, having to do with automobiles, cars, and having also to do a little bit with lumber down the road.
Okay, I'm going to show you some information here that's really scary. Just bear with me. To be clear, this day when the President Trump is announcing reciprocal tariffs, this will be new tariffs on top of the already existing tariff. So, if you have a 25% tariff and you throw in another 20%, now you have a 45% tariff on something. So if that particular thing that you're buying is $10, it will now be $14.50. If it's $100, it'll be $140.50. And remember, tariffs are in fact passed on to the consumer. The whoever is importing those goods, a U.S. company is paying the tariff, and then of course they're going to have to increase the price that you pay because the manufacturer is in fact manufacturer is in fact paying more. So currently live tariffs include 25% on all steel and aluminum. This is going to affect the housing market. Think about new construction, or if you're interested in redoing your house, or steel goes into a lot of roadways, light poles. You name it. I'm sure there's a lot of people in the chat that understand how widely used steel is across our country. 25% on common good Canadian goods, 10% on energy. So if you live, I think it was like there's a few states that get some power from Canada, and so Canada, in response to the U.S. tariffs, are making electricity more expensive in those states for the people that are using it. You also have 25% tariffs on all Mexican goods. A lot of our fruit, man, I wish. I'll find a list of all the stuff that's affected. We did this before, and it was quite a long list. But there's all kinds of things, and then you also have a 20% tariffs on Chinese goods, the 25% auto tariffs, and the 25% tariffs on countries purchasing Venezuelan oil will go live this week. On top of this, Canada has already announced reciprocal tariffs on 21 billion in U.S. goods. Canada seems to be targeting red states. I don't know what the plan is, but I think Canada is frustrated with Trump and with the Republican side, and they are going to try to make it painful for those particular states. A lot of farming, soybeans, those type of things can be greatly affected. There's a lot of, Canadian potash and things like that farmers use that need that stuff to really be able to create food and goods for the United States, as well as send out elsewhere. You also have China has placed a 10 to 15% tariffs on U.S. agricultural products. This is also not good. And the U.S. has vowed to retaliatory tariffs as well. If you remember back in Trump's first term, some of the tariffs that he put on China actually crushed the farmers in the United States. I think it was like $26 billion or something was lost from farmers. And so the United States actually had to bail out some of the farmers because they were going to collapse. And that was the U.S. food supply, which is not good. Mexico's president has already vowed to announce counter tariffs on April 3rd. So all of this is about to happen, right? So I think the hope is that we get to the finish line here and Trump says, hey, I've got what I wanted from these countries. Let's drop the tariff war and let's continue. And the economy would recover. If we continue down this route, it could be a total collapse of the U.S. U.S. Economy. Let me show you some numbers actually here that the Kobayashi letter put together. It's kind of scary. The result of reciprocal tariffs on one of the largest trade wars in history. So this is not normal. This is one of the biggest ones in history. The average U.S. tariff rate is already 8%, with tariffs announced this year is the highest since 1970. All right. By the end of April, we expect that the 1946 high to be broken. So this could go down as the biggest trade war in actual history. And if you look at economic policy uncertainty index, policy uncertainty is currently above just about any crisis in U.S. modern history. Let me read that again for you. Policy uncertainty is currently above just about any crisis in modern U.S. history. We are seeing an 80% higher uncertainty levels than 2008. So what they're trying to say here is the 2008 financial crisis that a lot of us lived through, this could be even larger and more impactful, negatively impactful for the U.S. economy. As a result, market swings are widening and expected an extremely volatile week in the stock market. Also heading into this week, gold funds have seen unprecedented inflows. People are running to gold right now. They are selling stocks and bonds and other things, and they are dumping it in gold. Gold ETFs have seen 12 billion in net inflows in the last 2 months, while the S&P is down 5% year to date. Gold prices are nearly up 17%. This does not happen in a normal economy. They're also going on to say we are set to see a wild open futures market after Trump's comments this morning. President Trump has threatened to bomb Iran if they do not make a nuclear deal. He also said that there is a secondary tariffs on Iran and potentially 25 to 50% on tariffs on Russian oil. I actually really like this idea. Russia has been fueling its war on Ukraine through selling oil. So I absolutely agree with this. And I hope that really does, start to cripple the Russian economy, because I really am getting sick of hearing all of the bad stuff coming out of Ukraine. It's very sad. Barclays believes that April 2nd reciprocal tariff imposed by President Trump will impact as many as 25 countries. U.S. sectors likely affected are automotives, pharmacy, and semiconductors. On Friday, President Trump said pharmaceutical tariffs are coming soon, so your medication that you are buying maybe every month, if it comes from one of these countries, it could be that much more expensive. U.S. sectors like Fed, we did talk about U.S. autos, pharma. You know what? I have some information on the U.S. auto market. You're going to be shocked how much money goes through that market every single year, and how negatively that will impact the economy as well. As a result of volatility, U.S. consumer sentiment has fallen to 2008 levels. Consumer sentiment has fallen 20 points over the last month to 57. U.S. consumers have never been this pessimistic outside a crisis or a recession. An economic slowdown has clearly begun. And so here is the University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index. This is where we currently are. This was the 2008 financial crisis, and this was the crisis back in the 1980s. As you can say, we're not quite fully there, but if things keep going the way that they are, it will be there. So here you go. On Wednesday, the External Revenue Service, which is the new government agency, I guess, that Trump created to collect these tariffs, will also be established. Auto tariffs alone are set to impact $275 billion on auto imports per year. The Trump admin aims to generate $600 billion in tariffs per revenue each year. This is effectively a new tax going live as we speak. So what's crazy is, like, I remember Trump on the campaign trail, promising to lower taxes, promising to lower the food prices, promising all of this stuff. And then he gets into office, and this is, I don't even know how to describe this. Maybe you guys can help me out with how you would describe what we're seeing here. It also says, given the result in price increase being passed on to consumers, some capacity tariffs will fuel inflation. In Trump trade war 1.0, PCE prices across 9 impacted categories rose 4%. The non-tariff impacted categories fell 2%. Inflation will run hot quarter to 2025. So, it took us years to get inflation back under 3%. Now it looks like inflation is going to be heading back up to some levels that it'll be higher than levels we saw during COVID. There's also some more information here. I wanted to just show you this. USMCA was the agreement that Trump worked out in his first term between Mexico and Canada. And this was a deal that a lot of manufacturers, including automakers in the United States, decided to build, manufacturing plants in Mexico, as well as some stuff was built in Canada, because there was this free trade agreement where things could go back and forth. When you're talking about putting up a brand new factory to produce cars and manufacture cars, you're talking about something that takes years to plan and to build. This is not something that can happen overnight. I also wanted to show you a little bit more information here. We did talk roughly about April 2nd. That is tomorrow. Here is some information about stocks. If you are trading stocks, you want this information. Q1 2025 was a tough quarter for U.S. stocks. The S&P underperformed global stocks by 9.6% points. In quarter one, the biggest quarterly margin since 2009, the S&P dropped 4.6% in quarter one 2025, the most since quarter two 2022. At the same time, MSCI all country world index, excluding the U.S., gained 5%. So other countries in the world gained 5% as the U.S. is now losing. This is a sharp reversal from quarter four 2024, when the S&P 500 outperformed global stocks by 10 percentage points, the most since 2008. Here is the chart if you want to know where we are. Here's the S&P underperforms most by since 2009. This is right after, as we were coming out of the financial crisis there. We did talk about economic policy, but you do want to take a look at here. The U.S. Economic Policy Uncertainty Index hit its highest level in history. How did the market perform following the previous spikes? Following the 2020 uncertainty surge, the S&P rallied 63% over the next 12 months. The second highest returns was seen after February 2009, when the market gained 50%. On the other hand, in the wake of the economic policy uncertainty spikes in 2001 and 2008, the market dropped 17% and 9.4% respectively. The most occurrences, however, the S&P saw double-digit returns with a year. High policy uncertainty unusually provides a long-term buying opportunity, basically saying that once we kind of get to the bottom of all of this, no matter what happens, good or bad, it could be a good buying opportunity to jump in if you are sitting on the sidelines with cash. Job postings on Indeed dropped 10% year over year last week to the lowest level in 4 years. Over the last 3 years, job posting had declined 33%. As a result, available vaccines are just 8% above pre-pandemic level. Vacancies. Man, I am tired. Additionally, new job postings have dropped 40% since February 2022 to the near the lowest since December 2020. Data provided by Indeed has been a leading indicator from the BLS provided job openings data suggested more weakness is ahead. Here is that data. We also have some more information on this is kind of crazy. The Atlanta Fed just revised its Q1 2024 GDP estimate lower again. If you remember when we went through this data maybe like a week or two ago, this was negative 2.8%. Just so you're aware, we went from a positive 3.8% to a negative 3.7%. This is a difference of 7.5% the wrong way. The Atlanta Fed is they're asking, is the Atlanta Fed calling for a recession? I don't even know what to say, man. I really don't. Last time we saw such a sharp drop in GDP estimates was during March 2020 crash. Such a sudden shift is a clear indication that recession odds are rising sharply. You also have lastly, prolonged uncertainty poses major downside risk to the economy. 5 quarters uncertainty typically leads to a negative 1.5% GDP contraction. We are already 1 quarter into the trade war. And then here is that information. I also wanted to show you a little bit more stuff here. This has never happened in U.S. history. The U.S. Trade Policy Uncertainty Index is now 25% above the Trump trade war. We did talk about that. I do apologize. Sometimes they have this stuff multiple times. 2 year, we did talk about, no, I don't think we talked about this one. So the bond market is a vital part, right? The 10-year bond is very important to national security. If the bond market were to collapse, that could be catastrophic for the United States. So here you go. Bond investors are worried the 2-year break-even inflation rate has jumped to 3.27%, the highest since March 2023 banking crisis. In other words, the market expects inflation to exceed 3% over the next 2 years. The 2-year inflation breakdown has more than doubled since the Fed pivot of September 2024. This all comes as long-term inflation expectations have risen to 4.1%, the highest since 1993. Americans' 1-year inflation expectations have surged from 2.6 to 5% in under 3 months, reaching their highest level since November 2022. A recession is becoming more likely. Here is that data. We talked about, this is talking about the U.S. Trade Policy Uncertainty Index. We did talk about that number. The S&P is down 10%, 6 weeks correction. This is a negative $3 trillion in 4 days. The reason there's so much uncertainty is the Trump administration has not announced exactly what's going to be tariffed tomorrow. Some of the information is known, but a lot of the information isn't known. And so there's so much uncertainty, people are starting to panic. You do have some more information here. Goldman Sachs sees Trump's tariffs spiking inflation, stunting growth, and rising recession risks. Goldman Sachs expects aggressive duties from the White House to raise inflation, unemployment, and drag economic growth to a near standstill. In a note on Sunday, the firm, we continue to believe the risk from April 2nd tariffs is greater than many market participants have previously assumed, which means, this could be a whole lot worse than what people are thinking it could be. I obviously don't want to see this happen, but we are here, and all I can do is give you the news and information. The firm raised its forecast for inflation this year to 3.5%, cut its GDP outlook to just 1%, and raised its unemployment view to 4.5%. I did want to show you this. Trump officials are nervous. Donald Trump has announced that April 2nd, 2025 will be Liberation Day. I just want to show you some key concern among Republicans. Senator Susan Collins has publicly criticized the tariffs on Canada. stating that they are a huge mistake and will cause economic disruption in both countries. Senator Ron Johnson, Republican from Wisconsin, Johnson has expressed concerns about the potential retaliation against the United States manufacturers and the impact of manufacturing sector, as well as the cost to builders and to farmers. Senator Chuck Grassley, a Republican of Iowa, Grassley has indicated that he is undecided about supporting the tariffs, citing the potential negative impact in his state. Senator Tim Sheehy, a Republican out of Montana, saying, while acknowledging that tariffs will cause short-term pain for American consumers, Sheehy remains supportive of long-term benefits. I think that is what a lot of people are saying. You also have which car brands will be most impacted by the 25% tariffs. This is something that is kind of near and dear to my heart. This is where I first got a job when I was 19 selling cars. I made, built my way up. And so the car business has a special place in my heart. My dad was in the car business for like 40 something years. And so, it's kind of sad to see this, but let me just go to see what we're talking about here. Tesla CEO Elon Musk, a close ally of Donald Trump, on Wednesday on X, said that the new tariffs would affect the company's American-made electronic vehicles. Important to note that Tesla is not unscathed here. The tariff impact on Tesla is still significant, Musk wrote on a post on X. To be clear, this will affect the price of parts in Tesla cars and that come from other countries. The cost of impact is not trivial. He wrote later. That said, Tesla is expected to be among the automakers that are least affected by the tariffs, given its vehicles are made in the USA. I don't know if that is a coincidence, but I'll leave that for you to decide what that is. General Motors, one of the so-called big three automakers, along with Stellantis and Ford, is widely expected to be the most exposed. So the biggest American automakers are the ones who are going to be impacted the most here. And, this could be catastrophic. Let me just read this to you. Forthcoming auto tariffs. Headquartered in Detroit, the U.S. car company makes just 45% of its vehicles it sells in the United States. United States customers domestically, leaving a 55% of its lineup exposed to tariffs, according to Cox Automotive. GM, which makes Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac vehicles, is heavily invested in Mexico and in Canada, where it builds heavy-duty vehicles, according to Cornell Wheaton. You also have Stellantis, whose brands include Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, and Ram, among others, is similarly susceptible to rising costs of the tariffs. It makes about 73 to 75% of its vehicles for sale in the United States side. This means the $80,000 Ram truck for Stellantis could cost $100,000. So, fuck. Ford is among the car companies better positioned to weather the tariffs, according to Cox Automotive analysts. 80% of its vehicles are manufactured in the U.S. and therefore would not be subject to 25% tariffs on passenger cars. However, any imported parts used by Ford U.S. manufactured vehicles could be affected at 25%. Ford vehicles made in the United States include the F1 pickup, some of the smaller vehicles, including the Maverick pickup truck and the Bronco SUV Sport, are made in Mexico. We will take a hit. Toyota and Honda, Japanese automakers, Toyota and Honda export a large number of vehicles and auto parts from Japan to the United States, which represents a sizable market for the companies. Both also operate big plants in Canada, Wheaton noted, leaving them particularly vulnerable to added costs from new tariffs. BMW and Volkswagen, German automakers, including BMW and Volkswagen, which makes Audi vehicles, both operate big plants in Mexico. The May 3rd auto parts tariff will likely apply to engines and transmissions, which are the most expensive pieces in a car besides like a computer, and hit the company heavily, according to Wheaton. BMW, for instance, makes a lot of its engines in Germany, which then ships it to South Carolina, where a lot of their SUVs are built, where the auto manufacturers SUVs. The company could be hit heavily by auto part tariffs. Mercedes-Benz operates similarly, sending engines and transmissions from Germany to a plant in Alabama, where the company manufactures SUVs. The 25% auto tariffs would likely also apply to fully assembled Mercedes vehicles shipped to the United States. I don't think any brands will be spared, because none are 100% in the United States. anyways, let me just go through this really quickly. GM's first quarter U.S. auto sales actually leads the industry. People are rushing to buy cars right now before the tariffs go into place. I also wanted to show you this. The global auto industry is a massive influence sector, generating trillions of dollars annually and impacting economies worldwide. Global market value, $2.86 trillion. And, you know, I think I read somewhere that the U.S. car manufacturers or, you know, plants and dealerships and service centers and all these things, 9.7 million jobs in the United States, over $1 trillion in paychecks per year that will be affected. You also have stocks mark the worst month in years after Trump tariffs looms. And man, I am exhausted after going through that information. All right. I will take your questions now. That was a lot to read, man. My eyes hurt. Give me a second. Let me get some eye drops, man. Why do I get a feeling Sensei going to scold me for not paying attention and quiz me like a teacher? I'm not going to quiz you, man. If you weren't paying attention, it's all good, man. You can rewind the video. All good. Francis said the guy doesn't know anything about running a country. I mean, there's going to be half the country that agrees with that statement, and there's going to be half the country that disagrees with that statement. You know, it's hard, right? One of my best friends that I've known since high school, you know, keeps telling me, like, we have a conversation about like XRP and stuff like that. I got him into XRP years ago, and you know, he keeps telling me that there's this big plan, you know, and I'll see it, and I'm waiting for the plan, and I'm hoping that this is all kind of a bad nightmare that goes away. You know, this is just it's scary, right? Because, you know, we want a good economy, and let's be honest, the economy is really slowing down under like Biden's last few months. And, you know, when you fire a bunch of government workers, you know, and you have these tariffs, this is just like a recipe for disaster for the American people. And so there has to be a plan, right? Like, it would just be insane to take the economy right to the edge of the cliff without a plan. So hopefully there's a parachute somewhere and we can all parachute to safety. Obviously, there's going to be some uncomfortable times, but hopefully we can all make it out of this okay. The reason this is going to impact the crypto market, just to get back to this, is, you know, after the next few months, we could be looking at a really difficult economic situation in the United States, which is going to impact investing into the markets. And if we had a good economic outlook, GDP growth, inflation is low, these types of things, if we can lower interest rates, these are all things that could lead to like a really good golden era, as Trump, you know, keeps saying that we're going to enter the golden era. So crazy stuff though. Yo, it's Riz from way back. What's up, Riz? How you doing, man? I remember you. What's up, dude? Let's see here. Francis says Trump only been in office like 2 months. Let the man work. I like your channel, by the way. I appreciate you, Francis. Hey, my job here is to give you the information and the news, not to, you know, what's it called? So if you don't like the news, if you don't like hearing the information, you know, maybe don't show up to the live chats, because I do get into the economic data. And, you know, I'm not going to apologize for that, and I'm not going to change what I do. Okay. Vance told me to tell you, I told you, now you know. Okay. Let's see here. In Canada, they make it very, very difficult to buy crypto or any significant amount. Roadblocks, bullshit. Phil, I'm sorry to hear that. I thought Canada was a little bit easier to buy crypto. Like, I thought they were a little further in regulation. It doesn't sound like it when you make that comment. Let's see here. Watch the External Revenue Service tariffs get paid in crypto. That would fix it. That would be pretty cool, Thomas. I must say, I would really like that. Bro, you literally said dark times ahead when Trump is president, but in a few months, things will turn around. Did you not like listen to any of the economic data I just went through? Is it not dark times ahead? Like, they're projecting it to be worse than COVID. I don't understand like your thought process on this. I think that's like a big problem too with people's thinking that there's like some master plan here. I don't think there is, man. I don't think there is, but I could be wrong, man. Do I expect a dip tomorrow? We have no idea what's going to happen tomorrow, Fox 3. I would be just guessing to tell you that I know. I don't think anyone really knows. It sounds like people in the administration don't even know what like tariffs are coming. So we'll find out tomorrow and go together with it. Don't forget to my eye drops. Yeah, I know. We have 1,500 people here. I'm just trying to answer some questions. Yo Sensei shouldn't be talking about using XRP and not selling it for fiat. Wait, what is this tech? Yo Sensei, shouldn't we be talking about using our XRP and not selling it into fiat? So tech, there's two ways to think about this, man. Okay. And everybody has a different opinion on this. So let's just address this. So the two different trains of thought here. One is I'm going to buy XRP and I'm going to hold on to it no matter what happens with the price. If the price dips, I'm going to hold on to it. I'm going to buy more. The price goes up. If it's not what your price is, you're going to keep holding it, right? We are going to hit a bear market, whether we like it or not, whether the economy is good or not. All of these markets go with bear and bull cycles. Okay. So we are going to approach a bear market and the price of all of these assets is going to drop significantly. So some people are going to try to sell at the top and obviously try to buy back when the prices are lower. Some people don't want to deal with that and they're just going to hold on. So whatever you want to do, totally up to you, man. Definitely up to you. I really think that my personal plan, I can't tell you what to do, right? I'm not a financial advisor. My personal plan, I probably will sell a portion of XRP at the top and try to buy it back, try to 2 or 3x my bag. Why not? I've seen some people make some incredible moves that have really impacted their life. And I'm going to try to make a move like that, man. I think so. And I'll be very open and honest with what I'm doing when that time approaches. We just need to get there in order for me to figure out what I'm going to be doing. All right. Yeah, no, I agree with you here. Like, I was reading something about, how China has like a 50-year plan and the US has like a 2-year plan, right? And we kind of keep going through this where somebody new comes in and completely changes the direction. I think if we work together and had a larger outlook on the economy, I think that would be really powerful. I just think there's a lot of distrust in the system, and there's a lot of fake news on both sides of the aisle. So people don't really know what's real and what's not. And, this is kind of how Rome fell apart eventually, right? There was distrust in the system, then in the politicians, and then Rome fell. Nothing really lasts forever. And I just hope that, eventually we can come together. Like, that's the most important thing, right? Like, at the end of the day, we're still all people, we're still all Americans, and we need to get over all of this bullshit back and forth, in my personal opinion. All right. Deborah says, I love your channel. I appreciate you very much. Deborah, I appreciate you. Thank you for being here, man. Or thank you for being here, woman. I apologize. 90% of the people that watch this channel are males, so I apologize. I went there. Worse than COVID? Hell no. All right, GVC. Did you see the economic data I just went through? If you didn't, rewind the video, then come back and let me know what your personal feelings are, bud. Okay. All right, let's talk about XRP and like BlackRock or something. I know that everybody has personal opinions, and there's 1,500 of you here, and no matter what I say, half of you are going to disagree. And how I see my job here as a YouTuber is to give you the data, and you take the data and you go do whatever you're going to do with that data. I get that you don't like the data and you maybe don't agree with the data, but that is the data. So let's move past it. Do what you need to do. All right. So circling back to this tokenization of assets, when somebody talks about a 4-year cycle being broken, that's really the point of breaking that cycle, is being able to bring on trillions of dollars worth of value. The thing is, does it all happen at once? Like, is it the big bang where we move to this new system overnight, or is it going to be a slow drip? Like, that is what we should be talking about. It's only a republic if you can keep it. John, truer words have never been spoken, man. Thank you for sharing that. Absolutely. Absolutely. We talked about White Rock a little bit ago. We talked about White Rock. Let's pull that up, man. I think that's a great topic here. Let's bring that up. Actually, I think White Rock just reached out to me. They want to work with me. So let's take a look at them, a little deeper look at what they're doing here. That's so funny that you brought that up. Thank you, Crypto Phantom. I really appreciate you. All right, so okay. Look at this. White Rock, everything on chain, buy stocks, bonds, properties with crypto. Oh, that's pretty dope. Man, look at these partnerships built with Fireblocks. Who cares about Mexi, right? StoneX, Prime, Open, Zeppelin, BlackRock. See, this is why it went crazy. This is why it went crazy, man. Proven and reliable. 150 million total value locked. 12,600 token holders. 100 million in trading volume. I mean, this looks pretty juicy. Honestly, this looks real nice. USDX is a high yield savings account on chain. The company behind USDT makes 20 billion a year. It's not 20 billion a year. It's more like 14 or 15 billion, but all good. This is, we got to clear this up, man. So, hold on. The information I have in my head is like 15 billion. Let me see what it is. Hold on. Tether US stablecoin reported the quarterlies first 4.52 billion. But see, this is a net profit. So Tether's doing two things right now. Obviously, they have their stablecoin, which they are making. Here you go. Tether's net profits amounted to 2.8 billion, which accounted for nearly half of its 6.2 billion in net profits in 2023. So Tether invests in Bitcoin, as well as Tether has all of these bonds that they're getting 3-4% on. I don't know exactly how much the percent is, but the information that I remember seeing just a few days ago was Tether making 15 or 14 billion dollars, which like 6 or 7 of it came from their stablecoin and the rest came from Bitcoin. But all good, no worries. USDX is a stablecoin just like USDT, but the profits are distributed back to the users. That's really cool, man. That's a really cool feature. USDX stands for United States Dollar Savings Account. Your USDX will automatically increase your balance every day. This yield is generating short term. I can understand why people FOMO'd into this. I get it. Experience. So here is some of the companies that people have worked for and they have come, I think, to this, right? Our team brings extensive experience. Trusted, we partner and trusted custodians, BlackRock, StoneX. So, the custodian is BlackRock. I think people are just FOMOing in because they feel that it is larger than that. But, BlackRock is a custodian for a lot of different assets. Our platform is built on transparency and security. Every transaction is processed on the blockchain through smart contracts. I mean, this is pretty nice. You definitely want to take a look at, let's see here if we can get it. Tokenomics. Let's pull that up. Hold on. I want to look at a few different things here. I want to look at tokenomics. I want to look at the, is that the white paper? Wait. Aha. All right. Our mission. Let's take a look here. At White Rock, we are driven by a singular mission to unlock trillions of dollars in liquidity by bringing real-world assets like stocks, real estate, and bonds onto the blockchain. Through the seamless integration of tokenization, we are breaking down traditional finance barriers and enabling permissionless, decentralized trading for everyone. Our vision is to transform the financial ecosystem, democratizing access to wealth and creating opportunities that were once out of reach, not just through basic transactions, but by empowering individuals as investors. Interesting. Let's take a look at the tokenized stocks. I mean, like this is pretty juicy, guys. I mean, really. Introducing tokenized stocks, investing made accessible. At White Rock, we are revolutionizing the way you invest by bringing traditional financial assets like stocks on to blockchain. Talks about tokenized stocks, real asset backing, blockchain powered regulatory compliance, accessible investing, low entry barrier. Remember, when you're talking about tokenized stocks, there might be some people out there that can't afford a full stock of something. And when you can tokenize something, you can sell like 0.1 or 0.5 or 0.01% of whatever it is you're selling. So never before have people been able to buy, 0.1 of a share of something. So this is really, really impactful. I think this could be definitely something people are very, very interested in. I think it's still pretty early here. White Rock has a total supply of 1 trillion. God, why so many tokens? Why so many tokens? 65% public LP, 20% to core contributors, 5% airdrop, 5% marketing, 5% future private treasury sale. I mean, the tokenomics, the distribution of tokens, I like. I don't love the 1 trillion number, but this is just like programmed in my brain to like, I think the 1 trillion tokens reminds me of like, a lot of, DeFi projects that failed back in 2021. And it's not negative on White Rock. It's just something that's like in my brain that just goes, panic, panic, panic. So this looks really good, man. I think this looks pretty juicy. I will be let me look at my business manager sent me a message here. Let me look at what he said. I think I actually will be working with these people, which would be kind of cool. Let me see. White Rock. Yep. I will be working with White Rock. So I'll have more information here for you soon. Excuse me. Rodney Becker, what's up? Nice to see you. Prayers for you this week. I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. I will update you guys. I will send a message on YouTube after my procedure on Thursday. I should be able to come home that day if there is no complications. So I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your love and support. It really means a lot for me. Tokenized eggs too. Didn't we talk about this? Didn't we talk about this like a few weeks ago? When eggs are really expensive. They were really expensive, last year, and now they're even more expensive. So, I think you could tokenize like chickens, sell chickens, tokenize chickens, and you could sell the eggs. I think that's a great idea, Knowledge Seeker. Let's do it. I think right now, Curtis, you're just seeing, an opportunity. Like a lot of people are noticing that, right now, you still have time before institutions are able to like really come in, banks. Because like, think about this. Every big bank is going to offer you crypto custody. It's just the evolution, right? Banks, see Coinbase, they see, all of these different exchanges making all kinds of money, and they want in, right? They want a piece of it. And, we still have time here. Let's see here. Papa Coates. What's up, Papa Coates? In your opinion, do you see XRP going under $2 between now and the news tomorrow? I mean, let's just see what XRP is at right now. It's very difficult, like to just, we would just be guessing, man. There's really no, it's down 12%. I don't know. I really don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't think anybody can tell you. I don't even think chart people can tell you. Like, it all depends on how good or bad the information that comes out tomorrow is, or comes out tomorrow and then comes out on the 3rd, right? Because you have the tariffs that, a lot of people don't know what's in these new tariffs. Those are coming out tomorrow. And then reciprocal tariffs are coming from Mexico and other countries, maybe on the 3rd. So we have no idea what's going to be involved in that. But yes, you could see XRP drop below $2 if it's bad. If it's bad, absolutely, man. How many so there's a lot. How many ETFs is expected to get XRP? So Zads, I think you're asking, how many ETFs have been applied for so far? Is that your question? Let's take a look, man. I'll get you the exact information. I think the last time I saw it, was it 24 or something crazy? Let's see. Oh, excuse me. XRP ETFs. Should have an updated list here. Let me see if I can find it. This is an old one. This is an old one. Here you go. This is a good list. This list is from March 31st. This list is a day old. Okay. And so I think you saw a new one that came out today. Hold on. Man, I'm on Twitter so much. Here's the new one. Here you go. This is the Grayscale files for a large cap fund with XRP included. But to answer your question here, let's just count them together. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. You have 25 filed ETFs. So sky's the limit. Sky is the limit. I think you're going to find a lot more. They are selling iguana eggs in Florida. Is that real? Iguana eggs? Isn't there like a lot of snakes in Florida? I always hear like there's like a lot of boa constrictors in Florida. I'm terrified of snakes. So I jump. Like I cannot watch horror movies because for some reason I react badly to like sudden I jump and I go ah. And so I used to watch horror movies with my old roommates, a decade ago or whatever, before I got married. And we used to have like a horror night Wednesday, and they would just be rolling laughing because I would just like scream. And so last night, my wife and I were watching something on Netflix, and there was like a snake that was like jumping at somebody, and it was like really quick. And we watched the preview, which I jumped, and then we watched the show, which I jumped, and I was like, oh, I can't do this. So I had to turn the show off. It's crazy. All right. I got sidetracked there. What are the odds all 9 ETFs will be approved? Well, Tech, there's not 9 ETFs. There's like 25 now. So, what are the chances? I'd say all of them are going to get approved. I mean, obviously there could be a misfiling, or there could be some information that's not quite correct, but they're going to get approved, man. Like it's not, you have a really pro crypto administration. Honestly, the administration that we have right now couldn't be better for crypto. It is good. It is good. And Congress people and people in the Senate are bullish on the digital asset space. I've never seen this much, good news coming out all at once. This is what I'm saying. Like if the economy was on the right track, I mean, we would be, unstoppable. It could be really incredible. And I'm really hoping for the best. But obviously, you hope for the best, but you plan for the worst, right? Okay. TA is irrelevant when tops of, I think there's a lot of TA in the XRP community that's been wrong for like 6 years, right? Or 7 years. I don't even pay attention anymore. Yeah. 25 at the moment. Thanks, Curtis. I appreciate you, bud. Sensei, great channel, and you continue to get better at what you do. Thank you, Milton. I appreciate it, man. I was actually talking to my wife the other day about this, and I feel really good right now, man. I am on it. Like I feel very confident in the research that I'm doing, and I'm having a ton of fun. I'm having so much fun doing it, man. And I really appreciate your support. So thank you, Milton. Thank you so much. Zad saying, I love your content too. Thank you, Zads, man. So much love in the chat, man. I really appreciate you guys. I couldn't be doing what I'm doing now without your support. So like, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. All right. So Johnny says, hey, Sensei, I liked your video of pumping XRP and using it to pay off government debt. Why the heck not? I mean, it's we were talking about this earlier, Johnny. The US government, they're talking about buying 800,000 Bitcoin. And we just looked at the price before, like as the chat was getting started, of how much that would cost today, right? So if the US printed money out of thin air, or had the money to buy Bitcoin today, it would be 68 billion and some change. Think about how much XRP you could buy with 68 billion. And then what would that do to the price of XRP? Technically, the US government could go to Ripple and say, hey, I want 5 billion XRP for on the cheap, man. Hook me up, right? Like they could do that and say, like Trump and his administration could say, hey, Ripple, we will make XRP the, token of the United States if you give us 5 billion XRP. And believe me, I think Brad, Chris, David Schwartz, they would be cashing out their own XRP to give it to the United States government. I truly believe that they would do it because those guys already have so much money. Why wouldn't they try to help out? If they can't do it through escrow, do it through donation. You get XRP to a point where you start tokenizing assets. Like if they decided to bring the bond market onto the XRP ledger, $28.6 trillion. I mean, forget about it, right? You have the multiplier, multiplier effect. If it's a 50x or 100x multiplier, I mean, you're talking about, let's see, if you have 30 trillion times 50, it's 150 trillion market cap. Let's just take a look at what that would do. Yeah, let me see here. Do I have Perplexity open somewhere? There it is. All right, let's take a look. Let me see. What was I saying? Man, I forget stuff quickly. We're talking about XRP. We're talking about market cap. Oh man, my mind went blank there going for it. Remind me, guys. What was it? I'm losing it. Oh, XRP paying off government debt. Oh man, I forgot. XRP Army Solution. What was I going to search? Oh man, I totally forgot. You were going to convert XRP. Oh, help me out. Ariana, do you remember what I was going to search there? I totally forgot, man. It was about XRP, global debt. Oh, yes, I remember now. I remember. Okay. Using today's circulating supply of XRP at 58 billion tokens, if $150 trillion in value was added to the XRPL. No, you know what? If the market cap of XRP is $150 trillion, using 58 billion, using 58 billion circulating supply, how much is it per XRP? All right, let me fix this. Let me fix that. Boom. Let's find out here, man. Do that math. There you go. $2,500 XRP if you brought the bond market on. That's, that is if you don't lower the circulating supply, right? If you can lower the circulating supply, this could be like even better. And the way that you lower the circulating supply is very simple. Staking. Obviously, staking is a big component of lowering the circulating supply, but you could also have banks and central banks alike lock up XRP for a period of time, 5 years, 10 years. Also, when you're talking about bringing $28 trillion onto the XRP ledger, as new bonds are minted or whatever, you're going to need to either lock up RLUSD or you're going to need to lock up XRP. If you lock up XRP, obviously that would reduce the circulating supply. If you bring the value into RLUSD, it's still value on the XRP ledger. Either way, I'm good with it, man. How far will XRP go? That we hope it goes to, 5 digits. I truly believe in my heart that eventually we'll see a 5-digit XRP. I 5 years of research every day of my life, 10, 12 hours a day. I still can't tell you when. And if anyone tells you that they know when, they're lying to you. They're just lying to you. And I won't guess or try to, that would just be wrong. Let's see. Jay Claver thinks sooner though. I mean, Jay Claver is a very smart guy. He is, he's in all of these, events. He's talking with Ripple, David Schwartz, all these people. I think if Jay Claver thinks it'll happen sooner, I trust his opinion. He's a very smart cat in the space. I really like him. Tariffs are income for the USA bigger than taxes. Seriously? Not going to do it. just going to move on. Just going to move on. You should research who pays tariffs. Probably be a good learning experience for you. I believe in you. Eating a chicken burger. That sounds kind of good. Oh man, I'm addicted to like tuna sandwiches right now. Oh, tuna melts. I don't know what it is. I'm just like every day I want a tuna sandwich. It's crazy. I go through these like cravings. Like I have like salad, I have like Caesar salad or Mediterranean salad or if you ever been to Trader Joe's, they have this really good like sriracha barbecue sauce. Oh my God. So at Costco, you can buy mini, they have like breaded chicken, and you put it in your toaster oven or whatever. 10 minutes, it comes out, you chop it up, you throw it on a tortilla, heat a tortilla up, you put the barbecue sauce on, maybe a little sour cream action, you throw on the chicken, maybe a little cheese, you throw on some maybe some lettuce. It's so good. It's so good. All right, I got to come down to see all these comments here. Meow, 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 meow. External revenue service. You guys are still talking about this, man. I had tuna heart right after catching it. What? You're crazy. Let's see here. Papa Coates. What's up, big dog? More than fair answer. I appreciate you responding to my question. Thank you. Love your content. Sorry for the delayed response, but wanted to make sure that I said thank you. All good, Papa Coates, man. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate your support. And, if I can be of any more value to you, man, let me know. You're making me hungry. Oh my God. Like seriously, after these chats, like talking for 2 hours straight, I get really hungry, man. Now I want one of those, tortilla wraps. I mean, yeah, they're just, so good. Can't help myself. Let's see here. What's Lonnie saying? Sensei, what is the multiplier effect? I can't locate it anywhere. Just trying to do some of my own research. Okay, Lonnie, this is a great question, man. I'm glad you are here. Really quick question, Lonnie. Did you watch the 2 videos that I made on the multiplier effect first, so I can better understand what your knowledge about the multiplier effect is? I kind of need to know where we need to start. If you want me to start at the beginning, I can do that. But if you have some knowledge about it, that would be helpful. Let me do this. While you answer, let me go get a drink because I finished my Mitsoya cider. I need to go and get my iced tea. I reached out to Red Bull. I was like, hey, you guys want to sponsor me? I'm in the crypto space. I don't think you guys are in the crypto space. And I drink Red Bull all the time while I make my content. So I would love to be sponsored by you. Let's just see. Okay. So Lonnie, you did watch the videos. Okay. So, so here's basically the concept of the multiplier effect. So when you have net inflows into XRP, sometimes the net inflows are like 4 million, 5 million, 10 million, right? Over like maybe a 24-hour period or whatever. And let's say a $10 million came into XRP. In most instances, the market cap doesn't just go up 10 million. It might go up, 200 million or 300 million. It has a greater impact, a multiplier effect. So there was a lot of examples that I showed in that video where 5 million it came in, 10 million it came in or something like that. And it changed the market cap either like $1 billion or, I have to go look at all the examples, but as more value comes in, it'll have a greater impact than just like, if we bring in $1 trillion of real value, it could impact the market cap 25 trillion or 50 trillion or 100 trillion. We don't have the exact number because it varies depending on the example. And this could change as more money comes in. And as let's say we have like $500 billion and then we get to $1 trillion, right? There might be a less of a multiplier effect the higher you go. Does that make sense to you, my man? Royal Blooded, you're from Hawaii too? What's up, brother? Aloha. Good to have you here. Thank you so much. Lonnie, how did you miss the multiplier effect? I made 2 videos on the multiplier effect, actually. Let me just show you which videos those are, guys, in case that you're wondering, like, what the hell is Sensei talking about? Let me just show you those 2 videos because, you know, this would be a great learning experience. It was a great learning experience for me. And I think it could be very valuable if you learn about this. So, God, all of this starts to look the same. So give me a second here. Okay, this is one of them. This is the second one, which I don't think a lot of people realize that this was like me breaking down how the multiplier effect actually works. We did a video that here is the original one. This is the first one. So watch this one first, right? And then you can watch this one, or you can watch this one first and then go back to this one. Either one. I show examples. I break down, you know, how it becomes that, and you know, all of the information that you're asking for, the really fine details are in these videos. So I hope that helps you in your learning experience. All right. Let me go grab that drink, guys. I'll be right back. Don't leave. I will be looking for some more questions to answer. I'll hang out with you guys for another like 15, 20 minutes if you're okay with that. I'll be right back though. Okay. Stay here. Not done yet. Almost done though. Stay there. All right, I'm back. And we didn't lose anybody. That's a miracle. All right. Some folks are saying YouTubers are only trying to cash in off YouTube of the XRP. What's your thoughts? You mean like some people are saying that YouTubers are cashing in like on people buying XRP and then us selling it? Is that what you're saying? Or are you saying that some YouTubers are cashing in off making YouTube content for XRP? I'm trying to better understand what you're asking so I can answer you, okay? Which one? Which one? The first one or the second one? Like, I'm making XRP content so I can dump on you, or I'm making XRP content so I can make money off of you? Is it the first one or the second one? I mean, if it's the first one, let me be very blunt. There isn't enough money that you could put into XRP for me to make enough money to dump on you. Okay. I'm here for 3, 4, maybe 5 digits. I don't really care about $2 or $3 or $5. I really don't. Okay. The second part is I'm going to make XRP content because that's what I'm passionate about. If you want to come and watch that content that I spend hours recording and spending time putting together, if you don't think that I should be paid for that work, I mean, I don't know. You know, I'm not charging you anything. I make money from YouTube and the ads that play on the videos. And me compared to other YouTubers, I don't know, man. Like I look at some of the content that other people are putting out, and it is okay, but like your time is extremely valuable, right? And you only have so much time in a day. And if you can watch a video that has 1 or 2 pieces of news, or if you can watch a video that has 10 or 15 pieces of news and the videos are the exact same length and time, where are you going to get more value, right? Like, I want to give you value. That is what I do when I'm preparing any video, is how can I make this video more valuable for people, right? That is what I care about. So either way, you know, I am not here to dump XRP on you. I keep buying XRP. Second thing, you know, I'm going to keep making content, man. If you want to come and be a part of that, I would love that. If you don't, it's all good. I wish you the best, Raven. I really do, man. I hope it all works out for you, bud. Yeah, like everybody has something that they're passionate about. I get to do something that is incredibly passionate for me. Like I watched one XRP video and it changed my entire life. And I was able to turn that into something. I made content September 2022 till now. And up to November of 2024, I was making less than $1,500 a month on YouTube. Less than $1,500 a month. And I was putting in 40, 50 hours a week, sometimes even more. So, you know, if you have a problem with me making money now for putting years of my life into something without making anything, I mean, I think that's a really bad way to look at it, my friend. But I wish you the best, Raven. I really do, my friend. I really do, man. Let's see here what Jeffrey says. Sensei, what's the general consensus on how many shares are needed to back a share in an ETF? Jeffrey, that's a great question. So ETFs will be different depending on what company. So usually what happens here is like one share will be equal to a certain amount of XRP, right? So like I've seen some ETPs that are like one share equals like 17 or 18 XRP, but I think they're all going to offer something different. And so, you know, as we get more information on all of that, I will bring that to you, man, as soon as I have it, right? Okay. Let's see here. We have a donation here from Crypto Phantom. Let me find that Crypto Phantom. Hey, Raven, you don't need to apologize, man. Never apologize, man. It was a great question, and I'm glad we were able to address it and talk about it. Really, I think people don't realize that, you know, for two years and 3 months, I made nothing. And I stayed with it, man, like, because it wasn't about the money. It was about the passion. Right. And you know, I looking back now, oh man, it's just, you know, it was a crazy thing, man. It really was. And, you know, my wife and my dad and my mom were like, is this something that you really want to do? You know, actually my wife was always very supportive. My dad and my mom are like, you know, can you make money on YouTube? You know, and I was like, it's not about the money. It's about the content. It's about making good content that people, you know, can change their life, that they can learn, that they can grow. That's what got me, right? And that's what I care about. The money is just an added benefit, but I would still do this if I made no money. Okay. I did do it for making no money. Guys, he's saying you guys are the Ponzi scheme to get us to buy and sell. First of all, Curtis, I can't get you to do anything. I don't know who you are or where you live. I can't show up and put a gun to your head and say, hey, you need to do this. All right. I never give you financial advice. I just give you information, man. If you want to buy and sell with that information, that is up to you, my friend. I really appreciate you being here, though, and asking all these questions. Let's see what Nikki says. Crypto Sensei, you are my hero. Thank you for all the effort. I appreciate you, Nick. Thank you so much, man. I really do. Hold on. Here it is. Crypto Phantom. Let me get this. Sensei, people don't understand hundreds, thousands inflows versus trillions from institutions. Hey, Crypto Phantom, can you elaborate on what you're saying here? I really want to answer this, but I'm just not quite sure. It says people don't understand hundreds, thousands inflows versus trillions from institutions. Okay, so I think what you're talking about here is that, you know, I think people don't understand that the crypto market right now in its current state and form is all speculation. It is not utility. The price of all of these assets is is irrelevant. I know that people are here to make money, but really the price is the biggest distraction when it comes to the technology. All right. And that is the biggest kind of mistake and downfall that I see people having is they have short-term views on the technology. And I don't think people really understand the impact that this is going to have on the greater financial system. And as you're saying, institutions will bring in trillions of dollars compared to, you know, what is happening now, where people like me and you are just speculating on the price of XRP. So Crypto Phantom, thank you for you know, the $4.99. If you know, any people that come to Sensei Chats know that any donations to my channel goes directly to my dog Luna. We buy her some really healthy treats, so she will be very happy. Thank you so much, Crypto Phantom. Let's see here. Uh-oh. Hold on. Luna, what are you doing? Come on. Come on. You okay? You want to listen? Luna gets a little frustrated when I go over 2 hours. She was crying in the hallway. You okay? You want to say hi to everybody? Huh? Here you go. You can say hi to everybody. What's your name? It's Luna, right? What do you like? Huh? Luna has this newfound love for pup cups, you know, whipped cream. I took her to get a iced tea the other day, and they asked me if I wanted a pup cup. And Luna went to town on the pup cup. And the next day when I took her for a walk, the first place she went was she walked to the line of, you know what? I have the video. You want to see this video? I don't know if I'm able to bring a video to this, but let me see if I can. You guys are going to love this if I can do this. Hold on. Let me just put this. I just don't know how to do it through. Oh, here it is. Hold on. Let me see if I can do this real quickly. Hold on. Let me pull this out. Can I add a video to this? Hold on. Let me see. Wait, this page wants to save. Oh, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Crap. I really wanted to show you guys this video. Shoot. No, please don't. All right, I can't do it. Anyway, it was a super freaking cute situation. Let me see if I can. Hold on. And stop screen. Video file. Here we go. Oh, snap. Can I do it? I can do it. Wait. Oh, here it is. All right, hold on. You got to get oh no, wait, this is the shorter version. Hold on. Let me pull this up. Hold on. I think this was my wife's video. Yes, this is my wife's video. Okay, here we go. All right, let me put both these up here. All right, here's one of them. All right, and then let's put the other one up here. All right, this is great. Okay, we got this. All right. Okay, here is. Okay, hold on. No. Okay. All right, here we go. I got this. All right, so let's pull this. Let's remove this. Let's do present video file. Oh, wait. Hold on. I need to save them to my desktop. Hold on. Shoots. All right, hold on. Let's do this. Downloads. Okay, hold on. I'll answer your questions in just a second, guys. Give me a second here. AirDrop. All right, receiving video. Why don't you like to work with me? There we go. All right, now we're rocking and rolling here. We're cooking with gasoline. All right, present video file. All right, here it is. Okay. I think this is the first one. Okay. So, little side story here. I had to renegotiate with Luna to go actually on her walk because she didn't want to. And so this is us walking through. There's like this, Nordstrom's rack and all these stores. And so usually she like stops and she sniffs here and she sniffs here and she like, looks for birds to chase around here. And so watch this. All right, so she's trying to look around to like, is this the store? Watch. Is this it? Watch. Is this the place I need to go? She's like, oh, that's not it. That's not it. All right, here we go. She's so cute. All right, here we go. Here's the line. Here's the place. And she's like, this is what happened last time. She's like, Dad, time to get it. Look, time to order, Dad. Oh, God. I love you, Luna. You're the best. You okay? We're going to go soon, okay? All right. Can you go sit down in your bed? Please? I'm almost done, okay? All right. The biggest April Fool's joke is the Trump was or is going to help anyone other than himself. I know a lot of people feel like that, Rob. I know a lot of people feel the opposite, like Trump's, their savior or something like that. So I hear your frustration, man. I understand where you're coming from. Was he advertising what he's holding? I mean, this could go either way, right? Like if you're not a well-known person online and like obviously somebody could find out where I live if they really wanted to. I don't keep any crypto either in my house or on my person. My crypto is locked up in a secure, bank. What is it called? Bank, not vault. Well, it's a vault, but safety deposit box. I keep all my crypto in a safety deposit box. Actually, two. Let's see here. I think I appreciate that, Jen. Yeah, guys, I don't really have any bad intentions. If you think that, I don't really know how to change your mind, and I'm really not here to change your mind. I just want to make content and have fun. All right, let's see here. What about Moonacy? Have you done any research on it? Seen some videos on it? YouTube saying it was a scam, but they only had like 400 views. I'm interested in using it. So wondering, Austin, when we were talking with the team, we didn't get any kind of scam vibes or anything like that. Let me see here. Where did you see that? Hold on, let's see here. Is this where you see caution? Oh, but this is not the same one. I mean, Moonacy breaks record in January, $2 billion in total value lock, 500 million transaction volume, 100,000 new users. I don't think it's, any of the research I did, I didn't find what you're saying. So, I can reach out to the team, and if you're interested, I can see if they want to come in and talk with us in one of these sessions. Okay. Fox 3 says we are about to dump. It kind of feels like we're on a cliff, but it also feels like a lot of people believe that the market's going to explode. So you have It's just the same thing with politics, right? You have half the people saying we're going to the moon, and you have half the people saying that we're going, to tank. So I think my personal feeling is there's a lot of uncertainty. Uncertainty breeds fear. Fear breeds bad reactions. And the next 2 days are going to tell us a lot about what's about to happen over the next few months. And I just hope cooler heads prevail, because when we get into a shouting match, especially when it comes with my economy versus your economy, it's just doesn't work. Like, I think we could all gain something from working with our partners. Like, we spent decades forming these really unique partnerships, and these people are our neighbors, right? Canada and Mexico. And usually you treat your neighbors with compassion and respect. And it's a tough situation we find ourselves in, man. It really is. 75,000 people in the world hold 20K or more XRP. I know there's not a lot of people. You know what I find crazy? Like, there's like 6 million something XRP wallets. And I have like 4 or 5, wallets. And I know a lot of people have multiple wallets as well. So there really isn't, like 10 million or 5 million people that hold XRP. I think the number's a lot lower. Luna, can you lay down, sweetheart? Lay down. We're almost done. Let's see here. HKS says, appreciate you and your content, bro. And I'm glad you care about giving us authentic value. I appreciate that. Hey, thank you so much. I really do appreciate you for being here. Man, we have 1,782 people hanging out here. So just incredible numbers to see, guys. Thank you so much here. Let me show you this. This is kind of cool here. This is, if you want to know what I see when I'm like looking at you guys here, I'll show you here. This is what I see when I'm staring at you guys. So I see this number in the top left, like how long I've been streaming, my connection, and then 1,782 people watching. Very, very incredible to just be with all of you guys. So thank you so much. Let's see here. If XRP skyrockets, what would Bitcoin do? So Mike, it's hard to know, in that situation, XRP exploding and Bitcoin not going first. Just in history, in previous market cycles, Bitcoin has always been the thing that really moves first. And then usually we see profit being taken out of Bitcoin and put into Ethereum and other altcoins. And then usually it winds up into meme coins at the end. And like when you have your brother's uncle who doesn't trade crypto coming into the market, if you have somebody's grandma coming in to buy a meme coin, that's really the time to be like, should I get out of this market? Like, that is the time you need to be asking yourself, what the hell is going on? Ripple X, thank you so much, man. Are you making money with Munacy? Is it legit? I don't have any personal money invested into Munacy right now. The only thing that I've put money into over the last week is XRP, and I've bought some of the project that we mentioned earlier today, which was the DenX, this project right here. This is the only two things recently. I'm very, the amount of projects that approach me, the amount of projects that that get sent to me every day, like I can just get lost in all of it. And like my passion is XRP. And I really don't put money into a whole lot of things outside of like XRP and a few other things. This was one of the things that I did invest in. This was last Friday. I invested about $3,500. This was at 100,000 market cap. This is now at about 500,000 market cap. These are basically my rewards so far. I've made almost 0.4 BNB, which is almost like, $250, almost $300. And then I get about 1,500 of these rewards a day. And this is priced in at about 26 or 27 cents. Let me see what the price is currently. The current price of this is about 25 cents. So you can imagine, 1,500 a day, 25 cents. It's 250. That's 375, making about $375 a day. And I make about, 0.8, 0.7, maybe BNB. So realistically, this is about $400 a day, give or take, that I am making with this project. If this should go to like, 5 million, 10 million, it's going to be a huge win for me. And I'm really hoping that it happens. Let's see here. So Adele, hey girl, she says, no disrespect, but 3T Warrior is my favorite YouTube content creator. He's stoic and positive. Not once has he taken credit for his material, and he does not lecture. He's brilliant. I agree. He's a great YouTuber. I'm glad you shared that with us. Thank you for doing that. All right. Luna is adorable. Luna is adorable. We're maybe looking to get a second dog, because Luna sometimes can be, she can be left alone. Like I have doctor's appointments that I have to go to. And, like when I get my hair cut and stuff like that, she sometimes gets a little sad being alone. So we're looking at maybe getting another dog. DenX looks cool. I mean, those guys have a lot of knowledge in this space. They have a lot of connections. They know a lot of people. And usually that's one of the hardest things. Like when you start a brand new crypto project, what most people don't realize is that if you don't have connections in the crypto space to people of influence, you have a very difficult time. Marketing a project is the most important part. Obviously, the technology is very important, but you could have the best technology in the world, and if you have a shit marketing team, nobody is going to know about it. So, that is a vital piece that I see that those guys have. And realistically, if you kind of look at, I invested money in on Friday, and if I've made $400 a day, and it's been, 5 days, I've almost made all of my money back in that project. And if it should go to 1 million or 5 million or 10 million, it'll be lights out. At 10 million market cap, that's a $5 token price, right? So let's see, 3,000, 6,000, 7,500. Holy shit. $7,500 a day at the current, if the current tokenomics stayed the same of how many tokens I get a day, and if it were to go to 10 million, I'd be making $7,500 a day. That's why I took the risk. I've been here before. I've also lost here before. Let's not be mistaken. There are times where I've taken the same type of gamble and I've gotten lost, but I can tell you that when I invested in these projects in 2021, I didn't have connections to the team. I didn't really know what was going on behind the scenes, and I didn't know who was running it. I have that knowledge with this, and I feel a little bit more comfortable. So that's why I brought them in. They didn't pay me, and let's be totally clear. I own a large portion of the nodes, and so it is beneficial if you come in and buy the token. Obviously, I would benefit. So just being totally transparent, but I do like the project. That's why I brought him on here. All right. Is Luna single? Luna does not have a boyfriend. She is not. She does not. Man, I'm very far behind on freaking questions if you guys are talking about Luna. Trigger me, Elmo. Great to see you. How have you been? Yeah, it's so nice to see you. Bro, you're showing Luna's catwalk. Luckily, I don't have a dog. Otherwise, he would take her on a date. Luna is obsessed with cats. I don't know what it is, but she doesn't really care for dogs. She loves cats. I don't know what it is, but she is so fascinated by cats. She is like mesmerized by a cat. I don't know what it is, but great to see you. Great to see you, Trigger Elmo, and great to see all of you guys here. Thank you so much. I know somebody became a member. Oh man, did I miss it? Hold on. I can't. I did miss it. I'm looking for the green. Shoot, hold on. Let me see if it's under starred. Yes, Papa Coates became a member. I really appreciate you, Papa Coates. Thank you so much, man, for supporting the channel. It's really a pleasure to be here with you, man. All right, I'm going to go forward to some of your questions here. Smash the like button. Thank you, Raven. Look, we've turned Raven into a fan. We love that. We love that, Raven. Great stuff. So treasure or ledger, this is always a personal choice. I like ledger. A lot of people like treasure. It just depends on what you feel comfortable. I think they're both pretty reputable companies in the blockchain space. I think ledger is probably a little bit more well known than treasure, but I think they both have quality stuff. I like 3T. I see comments he brings. However, all of his vids are so repetitive. It's like I've seen each one 100 times. And we all have, we all have our favorites. I'm not, I'm probably not a lot of people's favorite. I can only do what I do, and hope people enjoy it and get value out of it. That's all we can do. Smush, aloha. What's up, my friend? Hey, I did have something. There's 1,800 of you watching. If anybody is in Hawaii, and if anybody knows somebody that is good about setting up lighting and setting up a digital camera, I just spent, I spent some money buying a new Sony camera, and I've watched like 50 YouTube videos on settings for the camera, and everybody's saying different stuff, and I'm kind of lost. So if anybody has any connections, please email me. My email is in the description of the video. I'll pay someone to come help me. If somebody can reach out, I'd appreciate it. Get Luna a kitten friend. That might be a good idea, Maverick Overlord. I don't know if I get that past my wife though. I think my wife is set on a new dog. She's pretty set on it, and I don't know if you know Brazilians, but sometimes when they get their mind set on something, you cannot change that mind no matter what. Thaisa, she's one of my biggest fans, so really appreciate her. Let's see here. Hi everyone. I have a feeling that President Trump will say something about XRP tomorrow. Wow, that'd be crazy, man. That's why I'm telling my family and friends not to drink coffee, because they will be very excited tomorrow. What does coffee have to do with XRP or President Trump? I don't understand. I am really hoping that he announces something good too, because I think we would all greatly benefit from that. And I would just love to see, there's so many passionate, amazing people that watch the channel. And if something can happen that would greatly impact their lives, that would make me feel really good. It really would. All right, Raven, see ya. Give Luna a kiss for me. I will, Raven. Thank you for being here, man. Thank you for your questions. Let's see here. Barry says, why there's so much good news and XRP is sliding. So Barry, there's a lot of manipulation in the market. And, even though we have all of this good news, there's still not liquidity to back up the good news. I mean, you have to understand, the US is the biggest financial market in the world. And for 4 years, the Biden administration attacked crypto companies and sued them and debanked, companies. And it's just been a very hostile environment for crypto. And banks, banks don't change on a dime, right? It takes banks a while. There has to be, I don't know the inner workings of a bank, but I would imagine that there's a board, right? And there's a CEO, and there's, all of these people. And, I'd imagine that like, hey, we're going to be getting into crypto. There's a lot of things that need to take place in order for them to do that, like FDIC, the OCC, the CFTC, the SEC, the Federal Reserve, the Treasury. There's FSOC, FinCEN. There's so many government agencies that need to get on the same page. And so I would imagine once all of that really is, put together and people really, are on the same page, I'd imagine you are going to see this tick starting to come up. But the reason XRP is sliding right now, it's not just XRP, it's a lot of other assets. The stock market, the bond market, a lot of the crypto market is also sliding. So, there's a lot of economic uncertainty, and that is leading to, maybe some negative outlook on certain markets. I hope that answers your question, Barry. Fly me out and I'll set it up. AJ, that sounds good, man. I think if I offered that, I would get maybe like a few thousand requests. But I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. She picked a good one. Clayton, it's good to see you, man. Clayton. So if you don't know the story, Clayton has been a fan of the channel for some time. He came with his wife to Hawaii to visit. I went to have lunch with him, and I had him and his wife. I had such a good time. We had dinner, the four of us, my wife and his wife, and man, just some really, really good people. I'm so glad you're here, Clayton. Thank you so much for all your support, man. Get a Maine Coon cat. My dogs loves his. I have no idea what a Maine Coon cat is. Is that like a raccoon or something? Is that a real thing? Sensei, she sounds similar to German woman. Hey, possibly. Don't make her mad. Like, don't get on her bad side. It's all good, man. She's a good woman. All right. Ripple USD is on Kraken now. Just can't buy it yet. So, Johns, we talked about this, man. Like, before RLUSD launched, I've said in multiple videos as well as Sensei Chats that right now USDT is the primary token used to swap in and out of tokens on most exchanges. In the US and in Europe, USDT is gone. Right? You cannot use USDT in Europe. And with stablecoin regulation coming in America, goodbye USDT. So those exchanges in those countries have to get rid of USDT pairs. Now, the question is, I would imagine being a US company or a European company, you would actually have to just discontinue USDT entirely on your platform. I don't think you could offer it to customers outside of your country, because then you would still be a company, an exchange in that country that is giving people access to USDT. So, as the transition of USDT goes to like El Salvador and some really questionable places, the rise of Ripple stablecoin and other stablecoins will take focus in the future. And I think you're going to see a lot of liquidity coming in. And you just saw one of the biggest inflow days in XRP, in RLUSD history of $50 million, which is incredible, man. Yes, Biden was slow cooking crypto. No doubt he was, man. He was. I don't know what was the thought process there, but it'll go down in history as a really, really bad mistake. I think there's a lot of good things Biden did, and then there was a lot of questionable things he did. And I just, I think he got to a place where he was just checked out, man. Like he seemed gone. Like when you watch that, debate between him and Trump, there was no life in the guy. Like, it was time for him to step back. And I think that really cost the Democrats in the election, because they were backing the person that just dropped out, at the last minute. And that's just not going to be good for any Democrat or Republican, anyone that went through that. It's not good. All right. Maine Coons are okay. I got to search this, man. Are you guys messing with me? Oh my God, it's a big cat. They are. Wow, that is pretty. Look at that. Look at this cat sticking his tongue out. Holy smokes. I want a cat, not a bear. Look at this thing. This thing. My building would freak out if they saw this thing prowling the hallway. Oh my God. Look at that. That's a fancy cat, man. Wow. All right. Fair enough. Thank you for the info, my friends. All right. Let's see. Robert really wants to talk here. So Robert's saying, I have been seeing an ongoing scam on YouTube regarding Ripple. Yes. They claim that they are giving back. Yeah, it's all a scam. Robert, unfortunately, this has been going on since like 2020, 2021, maybe earlier than that. YouTube has, they tell us that they've taken steps to rectify it, I have no idea, man. I don't know how it keeps happening. I just don't understand how there's not somebody somewhere, like a division of people that are looking at the ads that are being placed on the platform. You know, like I don't really want to get into hot water with YouTube, but I think they could be doing a better job at protecting people. And I just want you to know that I have no control over what ads are shown. I have no say. YouTube doesn't ask me for my opinion, nor do I get to choose what you see. It's all based on where you're watching from, and please just ignore them. I'm seeing those on Twitter as well. So please ignore all of it, and you can report it. You can tweet YouTube on Twitter to bring awareness. You know, outside of that, I really don't know. You could email them, you could bring it up on Twitter and maybe other social media platforms and sound the alarm. I think that would be a really good idea. I think that would be a good idea because it is kind of scary. Thanks for bringing that up, Robert. Appreciate you, man. What do you think we should do to alert the general public and the XRP community? I think we answered that, but thank you. Biden is living in a galaxy far, far away. Fair enough. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. Let's see here. What else we got? I mean, I don't want to leave because like this is going to be my last stream for maybe a week or two because I got to go have surgery in 2 days. But dear Sensei, I've watched many videos and normally switch off, but yours are simple to understand. It makes sense. Keep it going. Much appreciated. I think you can apply common sense things go well. Thank you, Yasmin. Appreciate you. I really do appreciate you. Everybody, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. We're having fun, man. I am having the time of my life. If you are not feeling the energy that I have in these videos when I'm talking about all of this stuff, man, I don't know what to do or how do I communicate that to you. But I don't, you know, 5 years of doing this, and I don't think I've ever had this much fun. Common Sensei. Is that my new name? Common Sensei. I love that. I love that. What's up, Ripples? Good to see you, man. What kind of surgery? I'm having hip surgery. I have a tear in my hip. I have a tear in my hip, and then on my left side, and then my right side, I have I guess you know you have like your hip joint, and then there's the I don't know whatever goes around your hip joint, you know, and usually there's like cartilage in between the hip and the joint and then you know the socket, and it's bone on bone on my right hip, and so just luck of the draw, I guess. And so first I got to get my left hip fixed, and then you know, I don't know what I'm gonna do with my right hip, to be quite frank with you. Not fun. I appreciate it. All right, guys, listen, I love you. We could talk for days. I really appreciate you. Really want to give a big shout out to Ariana for keeping the chat, you know, for keeping the chat, getting the scammers away and answering people's questions and alerting me. I couldn't do this chat without her support. So please show her some love. And remember, when you are in my chats, you can always, you know, say hi to her and support her. She's a really good person. I've known her for a very long time, and she's going to help me keep my channel safe from scammers and help me clean up some of the bad comments and things like that. So please show her some love and support anytime you see her, because she's a big help to me, and I couldn't do, like I said, any of this without her. So thank you so much, guys. I wish you an incredible week ahead. You know, thank you for your time from the bottom of my heart. I'll see you when I see you on the chats and on the videos. Have a good one. Thank you so much, guys. Aloha. Bye.